get your likes. We're gonna have Sammy reffing for Chris Gibson and Jacob Weisman. Jacob's defending his world rank of number 4 in the world versus Chris Gibson, number 11. Trying to get to the top 10. We're here at the 7-6, Houston, Texas. Sammy is going to be reffing. We're going to get started here pretty soon. We're warming up on the table. Can you show me the stream on your phone?
Mm-hmm. What are you trying to look at?
That looks good. Might zoom in a little. Alright guys, we're going to get started here. Is that Tyler? It is Tyler. No, it is Chris Gibson. His brother. Number 11 in the world. Fighting for number 4. No problem, Marvin. We got you all day. Alright, we're getting started here. Jacob gets a puck. 1-0. One. 2-1. Back and forth. Ooh, off the table. Ooh, nice left wall. Nice block by Chris. Beautiful right wall. Three, 4-3. Five, 3. Jacob's up 2 points. Ooh, self score. Game point 3. Ooh, Chris staying alive. 4 game point. Seven, 4. Jason walks away with game 1. Set 1. Alright, guys. There's a poll in the chat. Who's going to take it? Ranked number 4 in the world. Get your votes in. We got Chris on the left, black shirt, and Jacob Wiseman, black tank top. Jacob walks away with game 1. We're going to game 2 here soon. Turn this mute button on. Get your votes in. One vote is on. Ooh, 50-50. Each player in between games, you get a 2-minute break. It's up to them to take as long as they need, up to 2 minutes. I can't, yeah. We're going to get started here in game 2. Jacob's going to be on the left. Chris is going to be on the right. One vote. 50-50. Each player between games. Alright, Chris starts with the puck. They're battling it out. Jacob leading the polls by 1 vote. We do have Chris Gibson being coached by got it. Nice block by Jacob. Alright guys, get your votes in. 2-0. For those tuning in on AH360, sorry for the delayed score there. Trying to keep it manually for y'all. One, two. Jacob's on the board. Three, 1. Chris is up 3-1 in game 2. Nice cut by Jacob. 2-3. Ooh. Great block by Jacob. Able to catch it, stop it, and shoot. Chris gets possession again. Ooh, nice cross by Jacob. Ties the game 3-3. Table's off. Waiting for it to turn back on. Alright, in play. Ooh, off the table. Jacob's up 5-4. Gains the lead. Shout out Yeah Boot RX. I'm a gem in the sport. Love to hear it. Love to see you play. Game point 4. Jacob needs 1 point to close out game 2 and continue on his game-winning streak. Make sure you get your votes in. Currently, Jacob's on the left, Chris is on the right. Chris battling, trying to find the gap. Jacob gets possession. Ooh. Oh, nice catch by Chris. Shoots it. A little too hard, flies off the table. It's going to be Jacob's possession. 1 more point to close out game 2 for Jacob. And he does with his left wall. Such a fast, hard shot to hit. Incredibly hard to even block. Jacob takes game 2, 7-4. Currently in set 1. 2-0 games. Jacob's up. Chris is winless so far. He's currently being coached by Jacob Munoz, I believe, number 3 in the world. Giving him tips. Things to improve on, things to look for, I'm sure. For those tuning in on AH360, the scoring is going to be kept by right side 2-0. That's a game count. The scores are going to be kept in the white box. Set count is going to be kept in the challenge match box. And then a set count, who has how many sets, is going to be kept at the bottom with the air hockey link. Just so y'all are aware. Alright, it's time. They're getting ready. Jacob's going to start with the puck. In play. What is up, Steve Lawton? Welcome back. Glad to see your familiar face. currently have Jacob Wiseman versus Chris Gibson for those two again. Jacob's defending his rank of 4. Some top players in the world. Beautiful left wall by Chris. He goes up 1-0. Right wall by, no, left wall by Jacob. 1-1. Tied game. Two to 1. Chris is up 1 point. Steve, that's a good vote. He's currently up 2 games to 0 on set 1. Jacob. 2-2. Jacob ties the game. Ooh, off the table. Chris going for a left wall. Flies off the table. It's going to be Jacob's. 3-3. Tied game. Or 3. Jacob's up. Tied game. 4-4. Ooh, loss of mallet. Jacob's able to catch it before going in. Beautiful block by Jacob. Table's off. Chris takes the lead 5-4. Ooh, nice cross by Jacob. Ties the game 5-5. Those two again, they're battling out. Jacob's defending his world number 4 rank against Chris Gibson. Game point, Chris. 6-5. Ooh, hits the left wall again. Once again, it flies off. Too much power. Jacob gets the puck. Ooh, game point either way. Jacob fighting. Blocks it. Blocks the save shot, right wall. Hey Steve. What up, Zach? Friends in the chat. We'd love to see it. Chris Gibson takes a timeout. Time in. Wow. Great block by Jacob. Let's see what he can do with the puck. And he shuts down game 3. Takes game 3 7-6. Currently up 3-0 in set 1. Playing best out of 7 sets. Alright guys, we're in the intermission between games. Once again, just stating that they get a 2-minute break in between the games, each player. Yeah, Steve is saying about these guys are both good. OJ, you there? Who's Tucker? Chelsea says. I think Tucker, he was in the chat yesterday or the day before. Okay. Alright, we're starting game 4. Potential final game of set 2. Chris needs to take a game here to continue in set 1. One out. Jacob takes the lead. Yes, Steve. Chelsea's a regular here on the channel. She currently plays, you might have seen her on our streams. 1-1. Chris ties the game. Yes. She's currently here at the spot as well. Chris takes the lead 2-1. Tied again 2-2. Whoa. Off goal, off speed, left wall. Wow, the reach on Chris. Something. Chris takes the lead 3-2. 4-2 on a little shove by Chris to get it back into Jacob's goal. Ooh, ridiculously fast right wall by Jacob. Goes in. Another right wall. 4-4. Jacob ties the game. Chris takes a timeout to get he scored twice on by the same shot. Yes, Steve. This is Ryan in the commentating booth right now. I played yesterday against Zach. Took it to game set 5. Couldn't get the win. And we got Sammy Reffin. He was commentating yesterday as well. Currently injured on his left hand, so he's not playing as much. Wow, back-to-back points by each player. Tied game 5-5. Beautiful cross by Jacob. Takes the lead 6-5. Potential set point by Jacob. Off the table. It's going to be Chris's possession. See what he can do with this. Game point, set point. Chris staying alive. Oh, he gets possession of the puck. See what he can do with it. One more point by Chris. Get to game 5 of set 1. Jacob does a block. It's going to be his puck. See what he does. Goes for the right wall. Chris gets a game under his belt. Wins 7-6 against Jacob. He's forcing game 5 in set 1. For those tuning in, each set is best out of 7 games. If Jacob would have scored there, he would have ended set 1. But Chris was able to close off game 4, making the set game count in set 1 3-1. They're going to game 5. So we get your votes in the chat. Let's see who Jacob Wiseman's currently the favorite. 23 votes in there. 57 to 43% in favor of Jacob. Currently, make sure to get to like and subscribe. Help us get to our goal of 20 likes. If y'all hear the other person talking on this mic, it is Sammy out there reffing, doing God's work, reffing this very fast-paced match. Incredibly hard. All right, getting started here. Game 5 coming at you. Jacob starting with the puck. 1-0, Jacob takes the lead. They're playing best out of 7 sets. It is mandatory at this high level of rank to play best out of 7 sets. Jacob takes the lead 1-0. Ooh, beautiful right wall by Chris. Ties the game 1-1. Beautiful left wall by Jacob. 2-1. Jacob has the lead. Whoa, just fast back and forth. Stays on the table magically. Jacob has the puck. Whoa. How do you keep track of that? Just so incredibly fast. Beautiful cross by Jacob. Gives him a 2-point lead. 3-1. Jacob's up. 4-1. Jacob is up. There's 2 Jacob is in a white and red hat and blue. 5-1. Jacob takes a decisive lead. Chris takes a much needed timeout to slow the pace. Thanks for that. We'll make sure to get that fixed. Let's see. Try to get that fixed right now for you. Ooh, Jacob's able to stay with the puck. Puck is on the right. Jacob has the puck, 5-1, with the lead. Another cross by Jacob, taking the lead, 6-1. Chris comes back, 6-2. I believe table's off. Jacob needs 1 point to close out set 1. See what he can do. Tufusan, let us know if you can hear us a little better in the chat. We're trying to bring you the best audio possible. Ooh, lost a mallet by Jacob. It's going to be Chris's possession. Chris is down 4 points. Trying to protect the goal. Jacob takes a timeout. Each player has a 10-second timeout allocated to them. And each. Got it for sure. Appreciate that, Tucson. Wow, nice backhand by Chris. Ah, the point does not count due to him losing his mallet. Still 6-2. Jacob's possession. Off the table. 6-2. Chris's possession. See what he can do here. Chris fighting to stay alive in game 5, set 1. Lost a mallet again. It is not typical to see such high players losing mallets. Could be due to nerves, adding sweat, just playing as fast as he can, as hard as he can. That's what happens. Yo, it's Andy. Oh, what's up? I knew I seen two Fasans before. Didn't want to make, but thanks for clarifying. It's Andy. Yes. Make sure to like and subscribe. Andy's in the chat. Nice cut. Doesn't go in. Trying a variety of shots, Jacob is. Goes for a cross. He went cut, left, cross, right wall. Right wall again. Right wall again. 3 right walls in a row. 3rd time's a charm. He closes out game 5. He takes set 1, Jacob Wiseman. 4 games to 1 on Chris. We're going to go to set 2 here soon. Each player gets a 7-minute break in between sets. Jacob is up 1-0 set-wise. Yeah, I mean, Andy, like, just looking at the shot selection by Jacob, I mean, that's just a strategic player. It's going, he did maybe 4 or 5 different shots within, just switching them up. He did, I believe it was a cross, straight, left wall, right wall, right wall. 3rd time the charm it goes in. So, incredibly good.
the video at?
Trigger.
Where do you get the audio? Oh, there we go. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Here. There we go. Good. Mic check. Mic check. Over there and start talking over the top noise.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put this one on noise cancellation.
What did? That's what I'm gonna try it out.
Well, I'll put this one on noise cancellation. Yeah.
That's why I'm gonna try it out.
Does the puck stay on the same side?
Especially your ass.
Right side.
Take it off for noise cancellation because it sounds muffled. I think the raw sound is better.
Okay.
All right. We got Ryan reffing the second set. We got Ryan reffing the second set. As a ref, seeing that first set right there with Jacob Wiseman, he was very crisp. Chris managed to get a game on him on the first set. So Chris actually has Jacob Munoz coaching him on the side. He's been sitting down almost every game, giving a little bit of feedback on these games. Jacob calling a pretty good timeout there. Score is currently 3-4. 4-all ties it up. That timeout really paid off for Jacob there. He caught some very good timeouts in critical moments. I'm not sure that forehand by Jacob there is serving him too well. I'm not sure if he's wanting to maintain possession. But sometimes whenever you're on the table, you tend to sometimes mimic what other people do in transition. You go into a very reactive state. So when the puck is moving, it seems like that forehand comes out. It hasn't paid off in terms of a point yet. Powerful left ball by Jacob Wiseman on that one to take it 7-5. Jacob taking game 1 of set 2. So far, Chris has made some small adjustments due to coaching, but we'll see if it's enough to try and compete here with the current number 4 in the world, Jacob Wiseman. He is a powerhouse. Those shots are very deceitful, and they come very, very, very fast. I had the pleasure of reffing the first set right now, and it's just incredible how fast the puck is moving and these shots are going. There's very little room to make any mistake, and so players have to come. If you want to be top 5, top 10, you have to come with a game plan. Your game has to be tight. It has to be ready, right? Because you're not going to win by mistake. And shout out everybody joining us in the chat. We appreciate the support. If you're just tuning in, this is Professional Air Hockey, covered by Photon Air Hockey. Chris Gibson currently taking a 2-0 lead, but once these timeouts when Jacob Wiseman comes out of these timeouts, he comes out swinging. Chris trying to snag that one. Unfortunately, it gets away from him. Ooh, double bank. I wonder if that was on purpose. Chris is very well known for his ability to do double banks. If you're Chris Gibson right now, you want to seal this game. He's 1 point away from taking game 2 of set 2. Jacob cutting down the lead to 2. Currently 6-4. Cutting down the lead to 1. Jacob making a slow comeback. Chris Gibson settling down, making sure he finishes off the game. 7-5. Taking game 2. Is currently tied up 1-1. It seems like the coaching he's receiving on the side may be paying off. But let's see if Chris can continue to make this competitive here and continue to extend a couple games.
Sound good? Do you sound good? We're checking. Andy was in the chat, so he might be. He told me that I sounded.
You sound like better?
Well, that was back then.
Okay. Let's try the sound thing.
The
Maybe
noise
the
canceling?
noise canceling.
For me? You said not?
Yeah. Yeah. So Chris tying it up 1-1. Starting to make it a match. Let's see what set 2 brings on. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. This is the Photon channel. You are watching professional air hockey. We have a goal of 20 likes. Help us out. Help us get there. Jacob Wiseman hits with so much decisiveness and power. It doesn't matter if you think you know where this puck is going. He is going to shoot it regardless and challenge your defense to be even good enough to stop his shots. What he does is you find a little bit of hesitation right before hitting the puck. Right? He has this little kind of jitter stuff that he's doing there, right, to change up the timing and get the defense slightly move a little bit. All he needs is a couple centimeters and that puck is going in. Jacob Wiseman is the one in the black tank top. (3-0) Jacob off a hot start. If you take a game off Jacob, it seems like the next game he comes out firing all cylinders. He doesn't like to lose, I'll tell you that much. He's highly competitive. Both these players are. Unfortunate snub there. Chat, everybody tuning in. Make sure you show some love on the comment section. Drop a like. We're trying to get to 20 likes. I know you can do it, chat. Tactical timeout by Jacob Wiseman, a classic. It seems like every time he calls a timeout, within a couple seconds later, if it's not the immediate possession, he's scoring within 2 possessions. There's a similar concept that we used to do playing soccer, was that if you get scored on, immediately, the next 5 minutes, the opponent's going to be the most vulnerable. So I feel like the approach to the timeout is very similar for Jacob Wiseman here. critical point here coming up to take game 3 of set 2. Beautiful, well placed, right under by Jacob Wiseman. Decisive game, making 7-1. Currently, Jacob Wiseman going up 2 games to 1 on this one here.
You're good.
Between every single set, the players get about a minute in between games. If you're just tuning in, both of these players right now, Chris Gibson is trying to take the current number 4 rank from the powerhouse that is Jacob Wiseman. Currently, he is down a set. Jacob Wiseman is up 1-0 and up on the game count 2-1. Chris has been getting a few shots here. It seems like he's lacking just a little bit of accuracy here on some of his shots in transition. If some of those transition shots start going in, the games might be a little bit closer. However, the setup game that Jacob Wiseman is bringing onto the table right now proves to be a little bit too much right now at the moment. It's a very simple game, but simple is always hard to accomplish when you're doing anything, right? If you make something look simple, if you make something look easy, it's because Jacob Wiseman has years of training, and I'm sure both of these players grew up playing air hockey together, but Jacob Wiseman has been at the top of his game for years now. Chris Gibson, probably a consistent, maybe top 10 player, but testing his abilities right now against Jacob Wiseman. Ooh, Jacob. That skinny cut. Okay, Jacob seems to be changing up his angle of delivery here in game 4. And it's paying off. He's going a little bit right of center off the table. You can see that lean. The shots do not change. It's currently 2-5. That was a very quick one. 7-2, Jacob Wiseman. Within 2 minutes, already making it 3-1. Shout out everybody tuning in. You're watching professional air hockey. You're watching Chris Gibson, the current number 11, trying to take on the Titan that is Jacob Wiseman and take his world rank of number 4. As you can see right now, Chris Gibson receiving coaching from Jacob Munoz, which is the current, I believe, number 3 in the world. Okay. So he has some experience and words of wisdom to give to his friend, Chris Gibson. Shout out chat. Thank you for getting us almost to 20 likes. We're almost 1 like away. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. This is the current Game 5 with Jacob Wiseman leading the way in set 2, 3-1. Yo, chat. We love you guys. Getting us to 20 likes. I think we can up it up and see if we can get 30 likes for the day. Transition there by Jacob. If it doesn't look good. These guys are extremely fast on the table. Jacob Wiseman showing the prowess, showing why he's the current number 4, finishing that set with a shot of finesse with a skinny cross across Chris Gibson right now, going down 2-0. Chris Gibson has managed to get 2 games overall. He got 1 game in the first set, 1 game in the second set. Not sure that it's currently enough to be able to take a whole set, but if anything, he can definitely come out of this challenge match maybe learning something from playing such a juggernaut that is Jacob Wiseman. So 4-1. 4-1 by Jacob Wiseman on that second side. Continue to stay tuned. You are watching Professional Air Hockey here, the battle for number 4 world rank in the world. These players are pretty exciting to watch, I'd say. I honestly, as players, we have weekly tournaments where we see players play, but whenever their ranks are at stake, that's when you see the true players come out, the true competitive come out. Jacob Wiseman does not shoot as fast as whenever you see him in person. When you're going for his rank and when you're going for his rank, this man plays like his life depended on it. And if you're just joining in, you're just familiarizing yourself with the world of air hockey. These guys play fast. We'll be leaving you now in the booth with Ryan Pear. As I'll be going to go ref set number 3. Hopefully we see a little bit more of a push here from Chris Gibson so we can get a match going.
I can ref it. I don't really care.
Let's go get a break.
What you want to do? I think Chelsea could ref it.
No.
But shout out chat, getting us to our first goal of over 20 likes. You guys are awesome. We're trying to get to 30 likes today. Let's see if we can do it. Right now we're taking a little bit of break. They're having in between sets, so we always have 7 minutes in between. So basically during this time, players can get coaching. They could take a little break because it is a mental battle.
Yes, 7 minutes end at 7:43 and 10 seconds Central Time.
So make sure you stay tuned. Continue to watch. Take a little break. Come back to the channel. Drop a like.
Oh, yeah, my phone.
Okay.
Wait, you're gonna ref?
Yeah, we can go one.
You sure? I mean, I don't really care. It's not that hard.
So that one's a quick one.
Alright, yeah, whatever.
You switch one on one, because then if you're looking at it,
Damn, bless me, man. Fuck.
Oh, bless you,
Jeez,
Ryan.
how
But you know
much
what? Bless the chat. Bless up, chat.
I'm gonna sneeze with my mouth open next time.
Hey, we'd love to see it.
Chelsea
Don't
wiped
do
your
that.
phone?
No, my screen.
Nah, alright.
Yeah, man, you got germs.
Hey, shout out Happy Studio saying nerds play air hockey.
Hell
That's
yeah,
what's
man.
up. Yeah.
Nerds make money.
Nerds get sponsorships. That's crazy.
Guess we're not nerds.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, nerds play air hockey. We were having this conversation last night. We were talking about, I was talking with Jonathan. He said whether or not air hockey was nerdy or whatever compared to pool. I guess it's all portrayed. There's a conversation of how it's portrayed on film, right? Somebody said if they would have dropped air hockey, people playing air hockey tables and smoking a cigarette, playing air hockey would have been cool, right? Would have been considered cooler.
I think just the ability to have air hockey table inside your house versus a pool table is just different.
So he said, I was thinking the movie Revenge of the Nerds movie.
Damn, it's cold.
And shout out Jason Sermano.
What is Jason Sermano saying?
You will get blocked. You will get blocked, son.
Sammy, shut up and tell me the score.
So Jason Sermano actually had a chance to manage the chat the other day. How do you feel he did?
Jason Serrano is not the guy.
He might not be the guy.
And he really does stink. It smells really bad. Oh, it's probably echoey like hell in the on your chat.
Yeah, but shout out Jason Sermano tuning in. If you must know, Jacob Wiseman currently got up 2-0. It has been 4-1, 4-1, both sets.
Oh, God.
Nerds are cool today. That's a fact. Let's go. How much time we got, ref?
A minute exactly. Yeah, no.
A minute exactly.
Minute exactly.
For a bathroom break.
Who's Ryan? This is Photon and AHL360. Current set count. We're going to set 3. Jacob's up 2-0. Best out of 4 sets. We're at intermission between set 3 and 2. Let's see. Jacob's definitely intimidating. Yes. Great player. Let's go, Michael Cummins in the chat. Papa, mate. Jason, how'd you get that symbol on top of your chat? It's pretty cool. Those tuning in, set 3 is about to start. Plugged in my laptop. We're good. Good to go. My keyboard is in Spanish. Alright, we're starting set 3, game 1. Jacob scores with the right wall. Jacob's up 1-0. Tied game. Chris comes back 1-1. Nice cross by Jacob. Makes the score 2-1. Good block by Jacob. It's going to be Jacob's butt. Two, tied game. Chris scores. 3-2. Jacob's up by 1 point on Chris, and game 1 is set 3. Jacob's a monster right now. Correct. Or always a monster on the air hockey table. 4-2, he goes up 2 points. Double bank. 4-3 by Chris. Double banks are rare to see, especially on these types of players. For those tuning in, make sure to get your votes in the chat. Who's going to take this all the way? Jacob has a putt. Oh, good backhand by Chris. Ties the game 4-4. Table's off. Chris is fighting. Beautiful left wall by Jacob. 5-4. Jacob's up 1 point. Battling it out. Chris coming back in set 3 from set 2, looking a little better, scoring a little more. See if he can get some more game. Jacob, beautiful block, blocks his left wall and goes for the cross. Is able to score. 5-5. Jacob calls a quick timeout to recompose. Let's see what he can do. 5-5. Off the table. It's going to be Chris's possession. So you can capitalize on it. Shoots it straight. I like Chris's right wall. He goes for it. Jacob is able to block it and catch it. For those tuning in, make sure to drop a like. Help us get to 30 likes for this game. Jacob takes the lead 6-5. One more point to close out game 1. Sneaks it in. Chris ties the game point either way. Ooh. Sneaky. Oh, and he closes game 1 out with the right wall. Hard to block. Hard to catch. Game 1 goes to Jacob. Game 1 goes to Jacob Wiseman. Alright guys, we're taking a quick break in between games. Each player does get an optional minute. They both have to agree if they want to go sooner than a minute. But they do. Jacob's taking his full minute, I believe. And each set, each player does get the optional 2-minute break in between games. But Chris is on the table. Jacob is taking a breather. Getting some water. It is intense while playing. Giving it your all. Fast pace. Alright, we're getting started. Game 2. Chris has the puck. "1-0. Chris takes the lead. First shot. Timeout by Jacob. One to 2. Jacob is on the board. 1-3. Chris is coming back. Different man from set 2. Four to 1. Chris is taking a 3-point lead on Jacob. Jacob's able to cut that down by 2 points. 2-point lead. Jacob's cutting down that lead. 4 to 3. Jacob coming back, tying the game, 4-4. 5-4. Chris takes the lead once again. Jacob coming back, tying the game once again, 5-5. We're in game 2 of set 3. Beautiful cross by Jacob. Lightning fast, goes in, takes the lead point, 6-5. Oh, another 6-6 game we have in game 2 of set 3. Chris hit it way just so fast that it got stuck in the goal. We're gonna have to bring out our magic puck retrieval mechanism, aka an aluminum stick, coming in, retrieving that puck for the players. Shout out aluminum stick, saving the day, getting the puck loose. Alright, let's go. Oh, that slow drift into the cross. Jacob takes game 2 of set 3. 7-6. Is that a sanctioned aluminum stick? I can't tell. We gotta ask Tin Man, aka Lewis. 2 7-6 games, yes. Intense. Let me get the game count. New game count. I know. You want to react. You want to react. Boom, it's at you. Cross. Right. Whatever he does. It's like a shark. Like a jump scare. New game count is 2-0. Jacob. All right. Minutes over. We're going into game 3. Jacob's going to start with the puck on the right side. Cracking up a cold one in the booth. Y'all heard it here first. Just kidding. It's Diet Dr. Pepper. We're getting here started. That delay. Oh my gosh. The arm length on these players is pretty long. Alrighty. Gonna be Jacob's puck. Both players being very honest. I mean, it's hard to ref these so fast. Winning by 2. Don't like that. Double bank. Chris. Winning by 2 sounds like a basketball game. Intensity is always a good thing. Jacob calls a quick timeout after getting a double bank scored. 1-0. Chris is up. Chris called the timeout. Both players used a timeout pretty early in the game. Off the table, to the right. Jacob's puck. 1-0, Chris is up. Beautiful right wall by Jacob. Ties the game 1-1. Another right wall. Same shot. Duplicates it. Copy and paste. Gets it twice in on Chris. 2-1. Jacob's up. How about another copy and paste? A little slower. 3-1. Jacob's up. Right wall magic. Did you find something? Let's see if he does it again. Oh, he went for it 4 times. And he goes the opposite side with Jacob backhand. Chris's backhand into his goal. 3-2. Jacob's up. Off the table. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. Ooh, the right wall lob. Chris is able to catch. Shows him his right wall. 3-3, tied game. Oh, beautiful left wall by Chris. Takes the lead 4-3. Those tuning in, make sure to drop a like. We're 1 like away from a 30-like goal. Beautiful cross by Jacob. A little delay in it. Throws the players off guard. Oh, double bank. Is this a shot in his arsenal? Chris scores on a double bank. 5-4. Chris is up. Right wall by Jacob. Ties the game. 5-5. Can we get another 6-6 game? Something. Left wall by Jacob. 6-5. One more point to close out game 3 by Jacob. Oh my gosh. Thought that went in. Frustration you can see on Chris. Oh, he goes for a double bank again. Was not able to get it in. It's gonna be Jacob's putt. Whoa, frustration from Chris as Jacob scores the last point of game 3, 7-5, making the game count 3-0 in set 3. Jonathan Hone making fun of our air hockey dojo. Leave our air hockey dojo alone. Get us one more like. Alright guys, we're gonna take in that minute break in between games. Current game count set 3 is 3-0. Jacob's up. Haha, Jonathan, appreciate the like. Old regular workroom. Yes, more improvements are going to be coming to this place eventually in the future. Shout out to Jonathan, give us a like, getting us to our 30 like goal. Getting here started on game 4. (1-0). Jacob takes the lead. (1-1). Chris comes back, ties again. Two to 1. Yeah, Tank Top is not messing around. He's currently defending his rank for number 4 in the world. Jacob Wiseman on the left, red, white, and blue hat versus Chris Gibson trying to take his rank. (3-1). Jacob goes up 3-1 points. 4-1. Sad. Hate to see it. Mistake. Self score on Crispin. On Chris. Two to 4. Make sure you get your votes in. We got 70 votes in the chat. 5-2. Chris. Jacob takes the lead. 6-2. Jacob takes the lead. One more point to put away. Set 3. 3-6. Chris fighting to stay alive in this set. That beautiful cross by Jacob closes out Game 4 of set 3. One more set to go for Jacob to go home with his current rank as number 4 in the world, former air hockey world champion, and is a disciplined player. And also a clinical psychologist, Michael Cummins says in the chat. Going to set 4 here pretty soon. Everybody's taking their much needed 7-minute break if they choose to before we get to set 4. Potential final set of this challenge match. Jacob Wiseman defending his world rank at number 4 against Chris Gibson, number 11 in the world. Chris trying to get into the top 10. Jacob not allowing it. Gatekeeping, one might say. That reminds us to tune in next week, Saturday, on Centerline Air Hockey YouTube channel for their Gatekeeper Showdown. Let's see if we get any interviews or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, chat?
Hey, Michael Cummins.
We're going to set number 4. Is this going to be it for Chris Gibson? Or is he going to bring that dog out in set number 4? Does he have enough dog in him, Brian, to take a set?
Has there ever been? Are there any females currently in top 10
currently any females on top 10. We're going to be honest here. I'm not sure the answer to that one, if there has been in the history of air hockey a top 10 overall, you know, both men's and women's, if there's a woman in the top 10. I know that they do have a women's
ranking.
Women's rankings. They, you know, there is a number one female, right? They're all ranked as well in the female division. However, we would love to see that. We would love to see female players break top 10. That would be awesome. So there's some current very competitive females who are playing, who are very dangerous on the table. So we'll see what happens this world. Anything can really happen.
Oh, also what I've been doing is I've been updating the chat for y'all. I put the set count, and then every time the game ends, put the game count for them. And we also have that goal, 40 likes.
40 likes? That's not a lot of likes. I think we can get there, 40 likes. That should be pretty simple.
Got it. Hey, what time do they start?
They got 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
At 4:10.
I believe I was received in 3 minutes. Those are been answered. Shout out to those tuning in. If you want to be updated with all of our events coming up, we do our Photon Blitz Air Hockey at Bad Astronaut on Thursdays. You can follow us on Photon Air Hockey League on Instagram.
Jonathan's saying, but they're supposed to be equal. They are equal. They have the equal opportunity to go and compete, right, in the world tournament with everybody else. So the only thing is just you want to be able to break the top 10, you got to place high. It's not an easy game. It's not easy at all. Sometimes when you see all the methodology and the strategy that goes into it, this game should be proof of that. You can see how somebody with a lot of strategy, how that wears down, you know, on a player over the course of a challenge.
I'm the best air hockey player to never play.
Hell yeah.
Brother-in-law. Bench.
Robert Highland, what's up? Thanks for joining the chat. We're just a few minutes away from getting set number 4 started.
Are you ready?
It could be the last one here for Chris Gibson, or he could take this one, show us a little something. He's managed to get 2 games so far this challenge match, so we'll see what he can muster up come this 4th set. Yeah, Happy Studios. It takes a lot of mental fortitude, you know, playing. Especially, I remember when I started playing, I took my first challenge match. I thought I was good enough, right? But it was the mental fortitude that it took, you know, to be able to win. It's tough, man. It is tough. There's a whole different dimension to the game above the skill. Not very different from a lot of sports, right? Where you're having to be mentally tougher than the other team or the other individual. But Chris seemed pretty focused stepping on the table right now. Oh, what a save there by Jacob Wiseman. The legacy doing it all today on the table. That get was extremely fast. Both of these players are great at snagging pucks. Oh, unfortunate topping there by Chris. Shout out Michael Cummings in the chat saying there have been women in the top 20. Did you mean that there have been or hasn't been? But yes, Sarah Mann is a high-level player, so is Lilo. And at any time, these players can also challenge up. If they're not placing high at the tournament, they're able to also challenge up and find their way at a higher rank than which they finished at Worlds. We're stepping into game 1 of set number 4. For those of you tuning in, we're currently live here in the battle for number 4 in the world for air hockey. Chris Gibson, the number 11, challenging up for Jacob Wiseman, trying to take that number 4 spot. If you're just tuning in and this is your first time seeing competitive play, these players have to go through what is a best 4 out of 7 sets. Every set is made up of, you have to get the best 4 out of 7 in every set. You have to do that 4 times. It could be over as quick as 4 games. It can take as long as 7 games. Seven to 3. Jacob Wiseman making quick work of game 1 and set number 4. Chris Gibson continues to get the double bank, but it's not enough to get another shot open. He needs to find something complementary if he is going to start working off that double bank. He needs to find something that takes more than just skill right now to work your way back up. He needs to be able to find a mental fortitude to be able to take it one game at a time if he's going to find himself back into this match. Shout out Robert Highland saying it's been an intense first match. That it has. This isn't the first one. We're actually going, this is set number 4. I think they've already played a minimum of 15 games against each other. Saying Jacob has laser focus today. That also, yes, he does. Witnessing that firsthand. Being able to ref a couple sets here. He's a very dangerous man on the table. But honestly, so is Chris Gibson. He's finding his way back from taking a little bit of a hiatus. But the last match that Chris Gibson played was to take the number 2 in the world. Right? So he worked his way up and then working his way a little bit down. But it's no easy feat being able to crack top 5. Shout out everybody joining the chat. We're trying to get to 40 likes. We appreciate all the support. 4 to 4, tied up. So Chris Chris seems to be going with a little bit of delayed approach here on his shots. Mimicking a little bit of what he sees here from Jacob Wiseman with spin. Scoring on him this whole time. Jacob Wiseman necessarily isn't changing anything about his delivery. It's just the timing. Just a little tick slower, a little tick faster. Point either way. Timeout. A very smart timeout by Chris Gibson. He needs this game to stay alive here in this challenge match. Nice delay by Chris. Chris taking his first 7-6 game of this series so far. I have to imagine that Chris is very happy. It is a mental win as it is one on paper, right? But being able to take a 7-6, I think weighs a lot heavier, right, than taking a 7-1, 7-2. It means that you have what it takes to be able to come in clutch in the moments that matter. Currently 1-1 in set number 4. Happy Studio saying I think they need to make an anime series on air hockey. I think there's one that already exists. I think there's 2 that have actually covered air hockey in anime, so it's actually pretty dope. I was watching a little bit the other day.
Couldn't the game count or no? Oh, here.
Oh, never mind. Hey, get out of here, man. I don't bother you.
Hey, I'm bored, bro. They got 2 minutes. Damn, my soda in here, boy.
It's empty. Robert Hine, pretty sure Chelsea has a challenge match soon. She does have one, and the Bucks ready to go. They're trying to schedule that one out. We're trying to do a doubleheader with me, but I did get injured, so yeah, Chelsea should be coming up pretty soon here in the next coming weeks. Let's see if Chris can work off that win right now and start heading towards winning direction here. I like what I'm seeing from Chris right now. That shot was a little bit rushed, right? That's not what won him that last game. It wasn't the rush game. It wasn't the quick, right? It was all about the delivery and kind of slowing his game down just a little bit more. Probably not at the pace that he wants to be, right? But when you come to challenge matches, you have to learn how to adjust mid-game and be able to simply adjust, right, to the player that you have in front of you. And if it works, right? Continue to do what works. Jacob with an incredible attempt to try to snag that puck. Chris can continue to stay disciplined on offense here, I think he can. Right now he's working off the drip, but he'd be nice if he could stay disciplined. Right on that delayed delivery and work off that. Just 1 point of his game right now. Right, because these players are seasoned. They've been playing. There's not much that they're going to do right now to be changing their games, but they can find themselves to be a little bit more disciplined rather than engaging right in transition or getting flustered here with the possession time by Jacob Wiseman. He can begin to take some positive notes and take some momentum here in this game, or just right here in set number 4. Well placed under by Jacob. The legacy Wiseman. Jason Sermano saying Chris started rushing again. Yes. It seems like he has. It's not what won him that last game. So if I'm Jacob, his coach on the side, Jacob Munoz, I'm reminding him of that. Letting him know what actually worked. Unfortunate it's own goal. Jacob Wiseman taking game 3 of set number 4. Unfortunate their own goal there, Chris Gibson. He had a little bit of momentum, right? He wants to be able to steal whatever he can to be able to work himself back. But Jacob Wiseman currently 2 games away from taking set number 4 and taking this whole match. Chris Gibson currently getting some sound advice. I hope that it's telling them to maybe not rush, right? He found a little bit of a winning formula earlier. So if he could stay disciplined with that, then he can have a chance here. But that being said, Jacob Wiseman, I'm sure, he is a very seasoned player and can adjust, on the go if he finds that, something is not going his way. And it always starts with that initial timeout, right? If you score 1 or 2 points that he didn't like, he's calling that timeout ASAP. Good kind of time out there by Jacob Wiseman. Chris Gibson taking a slim 2-1 lead, 3-1 lead. Let's see if he can continue this after this timeout. Great snag. Decisive under right there by Chris. rush there on that shot. You need to be able to close this out. 4-point. Unfortunate self-score by Jacob Wiseman, but to Chris Gibson's benefit, he takes a game in set number 4, tying it up. As a pro, you don't want to see that, but it happens. That was very unfortunate and a very crucial game there, giving Chris Gibson a little bit of hope, right, that he can take a set right now. Currently tied up 2-2. I see if Chris Gibson does in fact have that dog in him to take a set. Robert Hines saying these back-to-back points are insane. They really are, man. They really play at a high pace. These players are very accurate, right? If they're not scoring, it's because maybe some defense is getting in the way, but it don't take much for them to end a game very quickly. And shout out everybody who's tuning in. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 40 likes. There's only 4 likes away. I'm sure we can do it. This is professional air hockey here in Houston, Texas, straight out of 7-6. Unfortunate. Oh, I thought that was in right there. One to one. Tied game in game 5 of set number 4. You need to be able to control the power of those shots right there. You want to be able to maintain possession if you're Chris here. Ooh, back-to-back unders. 2-2. Blazing under. If you're just tuning in, you're tuning in to Professional Air Hockey. You're watching the battle for number 4 in air hockey in all of the world. These two are world-class players. Chris Gibson, the number 11, challenging Jacob, the legacy Wiseman, in the blank tag top right now. So far, Jacob has dominated gameplay, taken 3 sets to 0. But Chris currently finding a little bit of life here in set number 4, fighting to continue to have a chance to compete here. Jacob Wiseman has dominated with a very disciplined offense and style of play. Very controlled deliveries. Chris Gibson currently finding a little bit of life here by slowing down his game. Double bank by Chris. bank is deadly, man. Most of the time, these pros aren't really expecting the double bank to come at a game of this level. But if you have it in the bag, it works. Right now, he has Jacob Wiseman reaching. Right now is his time to be able to tie this game up. Thank you, Robert, for tuning in and watching a bit. Hope you subscribe, like, and subscribe, and hope to see you again. What a snag by Chris here. Pivotal point. See, I'm not sure if the delivery right at the top of the table there is the best for Chris. Jacob Wiseman making it 3-2, ending that game 7-4. Jacob currently taking the lead 3-2 in the fourth set. He just needs one more game to retain his number 4 title. So if you're just tuning in, this could be it here for Chris Gibson, or he can force a Game 7 with a win here. So shout out everybody who's been tuning in. You are watching professional air hockey. I hope you're enjoying it. This is possibly nearing the end if Jacob Wiseman can buckle down here and finish this last game. Chris Gibson here with a fighting chance, finding something that has been working with a delayed approach. Just looking at his game earlier, I'm not sure that the delivery from the top of the table, from the top of the center line, is the best approach, because it seems like most of the shots that are working are coming from a little bit from behind the line, right? Off a hesitation or drift. The forehand for him is stronger when it comes off of a drift directly, almost from, just like that drift right there. And the delivery is a little bit behind that center line rather than right on top of it. Unfortunate there for Chris. But he answers back, tying it up 4-4. See, that drift is a little bit different. It's a little bit skinnier. It's the wide drift that's able to help him set up those shots. Oh, what a shot in transition. Chris, one game from taking it to Game 7. Ooh, 6-6 right here. Chris with a very smart timeout here. It's 6-6. This last point could decide the set here. If he scores, he extends his life here in this match. Chris forcing a game 7, making it 3-3. Oh wow. 7-6, taking that last one. It started with that earlier 7-6 that he was able to take, right? It allows you to calm down in moments like this and continue to push forward. Game 7, baby. We're going to game 7. That was huge. Shout out Happy Studios for tuning in. Michael coming saying the score delay. We currently cannot do anything about that on that other stream, so there is a slight delay, but we're hoping the commentary by the ref can keep you updated. Game 7, y'all. Game 7. A win here by Chris would help him take a set. He's currently down 3-0. This game is pivotal for him to continue to compete today. Jacob Wiseman, however, not making it easy for him whatsoever. The games that Chris is taking are very close. And shout out chat to getting us to 40 likes. Deeply appreciate all the support. Chris throwing it back down right now, realizing what he needs to do. He already got a taste of victory. That right there is not something you want to catch right there in transition. It's 3-1. Jacob Wiseman, 4 points away from sealing this match. Chris, very fortunate that's not flying off. Give me a little bit more control, a little more discipline. He has another chance here to do something with the puck, tie this game up. 3-3. Currently 3-2. Jacob with the lead. Right now, a little bit of, it seems like mistakes here by Chris Gibson. We'll see if the pressure is too much under this situation. Oh, Jacob Wiseman with a beautiful reverse cut. Making it 4-2. Taking his time. Chris needs to calm down a little bit to stay in this match. What a get. What a defensive possession there by Chris. A little bit of a rush shot. Another right wall off the drift. Making it 4-3, cutting down Jacob Wiseman's lead down to 1. Jacob being very tactical right now. Very strategic right now by his delivery. 5-3. This game's slipping a little bit away from Chris. Let's see what the Legacy Wiseman here can do. Is he going to be able to finish off this game, finish this set? He's got Chris reaching now. Oh, no. It's set point 3. Four to 6. Chris is going to have to really fight back if he wants to see himself on the next set. Oh, 5-3. 1 point game. I'm sorry, 5-6, 5-6. Oh, what a snag here. He can tie this up. Chris calling a timeout, tying it up. 6-6 on match 4. This is it, guys. If you're just tuning in, it doesn't get any better than this. It's 6-6, set 4. Jacob Wiseman wins with 1 point. Chris Gibson extends this to set number 5. Yes, you can call a timeout. Players get a 10-second timeout. Oh, what a defensive possession by Chris, the number 11. Possession now in Jacob Wiseman's hands. His fate right now to end this match. He controls it right now with possession. If Chris Gibson can pull something out and get a defensive stop right here, there's a chance. Shout out everybody who's tuning in. This is Professional Air Hockey, the battle for number 4. Jacob, the Legacy Wiseman sealing Game 7 of set number 4. Wow, wow, wow. Calling a pivotal timeout. Icing Chris on that last one to set up a cross shot there. Thank you everybody for tuning in, man. That was an immense amount of pressure there on Chris to be able to take that Game 7. But right now, Jacob Wiseman retaining his number 4 world ranking in the world of air hockey, of professional and competitive air hockey. Hopefully everybody who tuned in, that was a treat right there, especially at the end. It was great to see Chris make a comeback there and have a fighting chance. Jacob Wiseman proving why he's top 4 right now. Not How was it, ref?
Yo,
That was intense firsthand. You get to watch it, dude.
no, it was intense for me, reffing, because I technically did miss one over twice.
Oh.
Oh, it's on recording.
No, I did miss one for sure over. And, cause I was about to call it, but then Jake got position, but then he hit it back, and Chris got it. I was like, oh, shit.
It's quick, dude. You got like a split.
It was like, back and forth. I was like, shit. Should have called it quicker.
Well,
But next time, I was just ready to scream over. He's I was like, just gonna scream it, no matter what's happening on the table.
Yeah, it's difficult for a ref to
Just
be
gotta
able to.
program that.
Yeah, it's difficult for a ref to be able to ref these high level matches, man, because they're so damn quick.
I know one was thought as an over, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. But the other one was definitely.
Shout out everybody in the chat, dropping your comments. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. We appreciate it. Jeremy having a great match. We appreciate that. We'll make sure to let these guys know. And it was an awesome finish there at the end. Michael Cummings. Thank you for tuning in into the Photon channel.